Welcome to the Gabbin' and the Games. Good to see everybody. That's not the right date, I don't think. Yeah, I have the wrong date on the screen. Sorry about that. Welcome to the show, my delightful delinquents. It is I, Jaffe. It is good to see you. Let's talk about video games today. Let me first get the phone call set up. I saw you guys taking bets in the chat about if I would be late today. The thing you have to understand about me, fellas, the thing that's great about me is I have a little touch of the ADD. And if you don't have ADD, you are very lucky in some ways. You're disfortunate in others. But what's good about you is that you don't have to deal with a lack of executive function. And executive function skills are crucial to doing things like being on time. And in that, because the way I perceive time...
You are connected as the host.
It's just very different.
Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
Now, that's my best friend, the new lady. 888-910-7235 is the number if you want to call in and talk about video games on today's show. If you want to talk about weird shit, that's okay, but that'll be on tonight's show with me, Tech and Bunny, at 6:30 on this very channel called Madhouse. But for today, well, we have a call right here. Let's bring this caller in right at the top of the show, see what we get. Because you never know, which is part of fun, because that's why the ADD stuff is really good. What's up, man? You're on the show. What's up? Hello? Caller, are you there? Oh, he disappeared. Okay. Yeah, executive function is a pain in the ass. Hello, Totes Professional Gaming. It is a big pain in the... Are you there?
Yeah, executive function is a pain in the ass.
Caller, are you there? Turn down your volume.
It is a big pain in the ass. Are you there? Yeah, executive function is a pain in the ass.
If you do want to call into the show, you can't have the stream on in the background because it'll give you a delay. Anyway, yeah, executive functioning is a real pain in the ass, and it prevents you from seeing time in the way a lot of other people do. The good thing about it, though, is, it makes you blisteringly creative sometimes, which I appreciate. But anyway, that's not what we're on about today. This is the show. What we're going to do today, there's not a lot of video game news around today, so we're going to hit the highlights. We're going to take your calls. We're going to talk to the chat. And then after that, we'll play some games. We'll probably play 1 or 2 rounds of Battlefield 6. The new beta is out. The new map is out. I played it a little bit this morning. Rush mode is the mode everyone is excited to see today. I didn't really like it as much as the other modes, but it's not bad. But we'll play that. We might play Ludo. There's a bunch of really cool game demos out. We'll watch some trailers. We'll just, marinate in the world that is the greatness that is video games. Godzilla the Gorilla wants to know, and my answer before I even read your question is you goddamn right. You goddamn right. I did see it. I haven't, excuse me, you guys. I have not gotten to the episode of Twisted Metal yet. I think it's like Twisted Metal episode 6, season 2. But there it is, Jaffe Campbell High School. Now, I couldn't stand school, so it's kind of fun that they would sort of create a high school in my name. But I think that's really neat. That's for me, and that's for Scott Campbell, and I didn't know they were going to do this, and I am pleased as punch about it. I love it. I love this so much that, like I've said many times before, I hold Twisted Metal nearer and dearer to my heart than God of War, even though I feel very close to both of them. But there's something about, I feel like I belong in the Twisted Metal world more than the God of War world. And so it really is cool. And it means a lot to me, that they thought to put us in there. And obviously then you go down the road of thinking about things like, yeah, but what about Kellen Hatch? And what about, Alan Becker and Mike, It's hard to stand up and take credit for everything, even though I understand that me and Scott were the face of the game. But even so, it's really exciting to see, but you got to kind of remind yourself that it's like there's a whole team that makes these things. But it would be a long ass school name if it was like Jaffe, Campbell, Hatch, and Jackson or whatever, and Becker and Guillaume. But it's still something you think about. JS, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Super chats and memberships are what keep the show thriving. If you want to support the show, if you like the shows we do on this channel, consider being like your best friend JSD and giving some of your hard-earned ducats to me and Bunny and Technology Protection by way of a super chat or a membership. Listen to this. He says, how much money does it take for me to get Ravnos a gifted sub? I can't do it direct. I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know how to do it. On Twitch, you can target somebody and say, I want this individual to have a membership. Boom, they get a membership. I don't know if they've added that yet on YouTube. It seems like it's based on a little bit of randomness and a little bit of who's chatting most, and I'm not really a big fan of that. But you know, we'll figure it out. But that's my answer. And I if I could help, I would, but I don't think I can. You were only the director on one God of War. Didn't you direct most of the Twisted Metals? Yeah, I mean that's probably I mean that's probably a good reason for it, why I feel more connected to Twisted Metal. But also I just think that, you know, I think Twisted Metal to me was about building the world and the IP and the fantasy, and I think God of War was about building that singular adventure. And once we built that singular adventure, yeah, I could have stuck around after helping out with 2 a little bit and done more, but it was less about the IP building was a means to an end of telling that story and that adventure. Twisted Metal was about building the world, I think, is what I would say. Twisted Metal was all about you swinging your big dick around, says SFS. Sure, why not? But I love it, and I love seeing this in there. I have enjoyed season 2. After the first episode of season 2, I thought was pretty lame, but then it really got good, and we're kind of off to the races. So I'm vibing with it. I'm digging with it. It's good stuff. Okay, let me make sure I don't miss any calls. Here we go. We got Georgia calling in. What's
Twisted
going on?
Metal, Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, what's up, Stephen? It's Jaffe. What's going on? Hello. This is live. You're on live, Hawkins. Can you guys not hear me? Can they not hear me? I wonder if this guy cannot hear me. Hang on. Maybe Twisted Metal says Brad was using Mad Max. I don't know what that means. Certainly it was inspired by Mad Max. Hawking, are you on the show? You guys cannot hear him? Okay, let me fix that then. Test. Hawking. Hello. Why can't he hear me? Let me fix this real quick, fellas. Was a fun review from you, says JSD. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat, man. Okay, you guys can hear him. The issue is the sound. Let me open the volume mixer. Yeah, he does not seem to hear me at all. So let's fix that, shall we? Okay. Out Discord. That's the problem right there. Out to OBS. Okay, there we go. Hawking, Steven, can you hear me? Test. Maybe it's not going to work today. Well, that would suck. Poop.
Yeah, hold on. Just let me mute this shit because I don't want to do what that other person did. There. Hold on. Just hold on a sec, Jeff. There. I shut that fucking shit off. Okay.
Right,
you can hear me?
Okay. You guys can hear him?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you great. What's up, Hawkins?
This call will be recorded.
What's going on,
Why
bud?
is it saying this call will be recorded? Oh, there it goes.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Hey,
What's going
notes
on?
on this call? What the fuck?
What's going on?
Weird. All right, you're there?
I'm here. What do you
You
want to
can
talk
hear
about?
me, right? I'm
you-
just making sure. All right.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can.
All right, let's talk. What's going on?
All right, cool. So, no, not much. I was just calling about Twisted Metal 2. I'm about to be doing. I mean, it's just something fun. I'm about to be doing. It's like called the 100 Game Hour Challenge,
Okay.
and it's for. I talked about it a little bit in Discord, but everything gets fucking buried in there. But it was it's a 100-hour game challenge, and it's for it's suicide prevention it's like to raise money because like for veterans who commit suicide, we lose like 22 a day. And so I'm going to be doing a fundraiser along with a bunch of other people, and Twisted Metal 2 is going to be one of them, bro.
So how's that going to work? You're going to play the game and stream it, and the donations go in, and those donations go to help.
Yeah, they go directly to them.
Is this through?
Yeah.
Is it like it's called Skill Up? Is that what they're called? It's an organization that helps vets through gaming. I've been meaning to do something with them, and I've just been really, really busy. But is that the organization, or you don't? Does the name escape you right now?
I mean, the name escapes me a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, I've done it before. It's called Stop Soldier Suicide. I remember that part of it.
Okay, got it.
And
okay,
I think it's on Facebook. It goes through them.
Yeah, it's a great cause. There's several of these organizations that do it. It's different than one I'm talking to, but yeah, I think that's great. And when are you going to be doing this? Is it a weekend thing?
They said it's like a month. It's a month thing. It starts in September. I want to say you can start whenever. I don't think they really care, but it officially starts September 1st. It goes for a whole month. The goal is to raise at least $200, and then the more you raise, obviously, the better. And they go and take those donations and they use them to get veterans help mentally and everything.
Well,
so they're trying. Their mission is to get it down to civilian parity.
We will we'll sign up and do a Call of Duty all-day match with members and help the cause, because it's a great cause. And I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm glad Twisted Metal's repping over there. So thanks for that. Yeah,
I figured it'd just be something fun to do.
Well, and good.
And it works good,
Put some good out.
All right, well, if you want me to send the information...
Yeah, hit us up on Discord.
For this one.
That would be great.
Yeah, I can send it to Discord to you. Yeah,
all right.
It's not a problem.
All right,
anyway, Jeff, I'll let you go.
All right, talk well. Bye. Talk well. Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
There you go. You can call in just like your best friend Stephen Hawkins just did at 888-910-7235 and talk about all things video games. Speaking of, Sean Layden doesn't like the Game Pass. Okay, so I got to talk about this. He was talking, I think, to GamesBeat, and he said a couple of things. One of them, and he's not wrong about this, but I don't think what he says matters in the grand scheme of the industry and in the grand scheme of the art form, which is, he said, just like with Spotify, games are being devalued because people start thinking music should be free. And if you are doing subscription services, the developers end up like they only get one bite of the apple, and there's no longer a launch day, and then that can get discounted, and then that can go in a subscription service. Sony does that more than Xbox. But he's like, it's a one and done, and it exists to keep people subscribing. And in that, it absolutely he's right in that it creates a lesser valuation of what a video game can be for people. And he's also right in the sense that it demolishes the traditional sense of being a developer, and you launch your game and you break even and you get bonuses, and I get it. But the thing that I think he's not taking into account is that the business model adapts to what the consumer responds to, right? And so while he's right that the old business model is being phased out, and there will be, there will be, and we're seeing it, casualties because of that in the traditional model, the consumer doesn't seem to care. that it's like, oh, he's like, oh, developers are no longer as inspired. I don't know if I believe that across the board, but are there some that are no longer as inspired? Cool. I guess that's true, but they were inspired when the business model worked for them. And now other people will be inspired because the business model works for them, whichever the business model is. So it just, to me, I guess it feels like he's more grasping at, but it worked so great the old way. And it's like, it did, but a new way came along that the consumer responds to better. And even though you may feel the products are not as good because of it, the consumer is happy enough that nothing has really changed in that sense. And people are spending more money on video games than ever before. The other thing he said that I thought was, kind of interesting, is he was talking about, and in this he's right on, but he says that it's not so much about making more money from the same people. We need to be making money from new people. And I do think he's right on that, but I think, games are never going to bust that ceiling unless you really dumb them down, or maybe don't dumb them down, but make them very simple to get into. We're never going to have a world where the gen pop is really getting hardcore into, The Witcher 3 or Street Fighter 6 or whatever. There's just too much of an ask of a hill to climb, or even a Battlefield 6. There's too much of a hill to climb to get over it, to get into the game. But I still think he's right that, we should be throwing out the net more. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that the games that get put out are intimidating. The gameplay, the controllers, if a company, the Wii U or the Wii did a great job, they just didn't really capitalize on it, of bringing new people in. So I absolutely hear what he's saying, and I think his points are logical, but I think they come from a place of assuming that games from the PS1 to PS3 era were the perfect kind of thing, and everybody, if we could just get them in front of people, would love them. And I don't think that's the case. Frosty Delight says Astrobot Game of the Year was cool. It was cool, but even Astrobot is too complicated for the kind of audience that needs to grow the industry. I think certainly the phone market has done a good job. And I know that, TVs are trying to sort of, with YouTube and playing games through directly streaming on YouTube, trying to get more of that casual market in, and hopefully they will. But so far, it hasn't really borne fruit outside of the cell phone. So JSD says two things. Thank you for the super chats, buddy. He says, I was kind of sad he didn't have a wheelchair voice, meaning Stephen Hawking's. Oh, I see. Yeah. I get it. Steve's thing in the general video game Discord channel, take a look, says JSD. I will. I think it's a great cause of what he's doing. Absolutely. Okay. PC gaming says SpongeBob is growing. Console market has stayed the same. Well, I don't know if you can, where are you getting that data from? I think, PC ownership is growing. And I think PC gaming might be growing, in terms of pulling people from console. But I don't think suddenly you've got a whole host of new audiences, which is what Sean Layden was talking about, that are pouring in to play Diablo 4. I still think they're like, what the fuck I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? Fuck this game. But there's a lot of stuff that they will play online. I mean, look at what's happened with, I know that these are not, quote, real games, according to a lot of people who watch this show, but look at what's happening with like all the newspapers after Wordle got bought by the New York Times. Suddenly, I mean, everybody plays, not everybody, but I mean, my family, none of which other than me are gamers. Every night that we're all together, we sit around after we watch TV or whatever, and here's our schedule. We watch a couple of shows together that we're watching. Like right now, we're watching Wednesday and some show on about an English teacher comedy thing. I forget what it's called. Maybe it's called the English. I don't know what it's called. Then we'll go through Instagram and show everybody our funny clips of the day. And then we'll play Wordle on the New York Times. And then we'll play Connections. And then we'll play Strands on New York Times. That is kind of the kind of shit I think Layden wants to see. But you're not going to see it with Death Stranding. You're gonna have to come up with a way to get people into games that's a lot easier. I think everyone needs to stop being so goddamn tribal about everything, says Hawkins. I'm a physical media guy, but why do people gotta hate on everything because it's not their fucking pussy to bang? Because they're babies. I'm with you 100%. David Gaynor says Game Pass is financially accessible, which seems to be the most important in bringing in new gamers. Yes, in terms of financially. But I mean, let's go real quick. If we just go right now to Game Pass, and let's say somehow, I don't know how, let's say you get it on your computer. So, I just got a free Game Pass PC month-long membership. Okay, great. So you open it up, and you go to Game Pass. None of these are things that your average Gen Pop person. Like if you said, "Hey Dad, I got you a month Game Pass for Father's Day," and he's not a gamer, what's he gonna play? He might vibe with Farming Simulator, but it's still pretty complicated. He's not gonna play any of this shit. And this stuff's great, by the way. So I guess the question is what Game Pass really needs then is they kind of need something more on their front page that looks like this. If you go to YouTube, and a lot of people don't even know about this, but if you go to YouTube, they have a game section somewhere. Here it is, YouTube Playables. And there's no downloads, it streams, and they're all very simple video games, right? High on Life is not easy as shit to play. High on Life is a game that you have to be comfortable with the controller. You have to be comfortable moving with UI, with 3D space. But you send something like this. Oh, I say your dad. Most adults are playing video games. It's not like your dad's an idiot, but you send your average Gen Pop somebody this, and they just go, "Oh, it just automatically works," and it's like, "Oh, I'm bowling, fun, whatever." Right? That's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That I think Game Pass needs on their front page, along with their other things, if they want to actually create kind of this future that Layden's talking about. So anyway, that's my spiel. That's my point. Okay. Let's go back. Exit the game. Okay. All right. I'm 39, says Prince Green. I started noticing my eyes are going. The doctor says I have a mild astigmatism. Now I need glasses to see far, fine objects. I realize life is short and just have fun, man. Enjoy hobbies. Oh, yeah. Yeah, life is very short. Game Pass is doing really well, but unfortunately it's lacking the GeForce Now cloud service that not everybody wants to buy a Series X. That's not true. Game Pass has cloud. Here. What do you mean? Look. Here. It's not as good as GeForce, but here you go. So go to their cloud gaming section. What do you want to play? Oh, I don't know. I want to play I'll play Doom the Dark Ages. Okay. So let's see. This is it. I'm not gonna play it, I'll just show it to you. I'm 33, I have shit ass eyes, I'm fucked. I had shit ass eyes for a very, very long time. And then I got LASIK, and that was great for a long time. But then it kind of started to wear off, right? So loads up pretty quick. Again, I'm not going to play this. I'm going to get back to news, but I just want to show you. Colin said, try that in Staten Island. Try what? In Staten Island? Try cloud gaming? Well, it's not everywhere yet where it's perfect, but for me, it's perfect. The audio's too loud. Surprise, surprise. Surpriso, surpriso. Tell me if that's any better. All right, so let's see. I don't want your dumb digital art book. Campaign. It picks up right where I left off, which is really nice because I was playing it on, I think, GeForce. And it loads. But yeah, I'd rather play it on GeForce because it runs off a PC than an Xbox Series S, but still. There you go. So the point is, they absolutely do have cloud gaming. You can play this on your TV, you can play it on your PC, you can play it on your phone. You get the idea. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, that's the new Dune, Brad Scott. Quito. See how seamless and just easy? No fuss, no muss. Goes right in. Okay. Where are we at? Alex was asking about what's the thing called? The Battlefield. Some of you guys are not vibing with the Battlefield. Let me get this call. We'll talk about that briefly. What's up? It's Jaffe. How's it going?
Oh, whoa, it beeped already. Hey, Jaffe.
Hey, man. Who's
I want to ask about my friend.
Who's calling?
He showed me God of War, and he showed me titties.
Wait. Who's calling? What's your goddamn name, sir?
My name is
Make
Mike.
up. Okay, Mike Cunt. Fine. What do you want to talk about?
Dude, did you not put titties in God of War?
Well, I wasn't the animator or anything, but yeah, I definitely was like, let's put breastises in God of War. Absolutely.
My friend showed me blue boobies. It was my very first exposure to titties in a video game in God of War on the PS3.
Why were they blue?
It was probably some weird goddess or something. I can't remember what it was.
Okay, I don't remember putting any blue boobs into the mix, but yeah, we did. How old were you when you saw these?
Boy, I was probably about 15 years old.
And that was the first time you ever saw boobs?
In a video game. But I'll tell you what, at that time, he would invite my friends over. And I had one friend who had ADHD. And he had all this Ritalin, but he would never take the Ritalin. And he gave it to all of his buddies. And we all took that Ritalin. I'll tell you what, I was rocking back and forth on the floor with my buddy, talking about life and all sorts of deep things. And we were looking at titties on God of War. And it was a moment. It was a moment.
Listen, I'm glad I could help. Absolutely. Now, I will tell you that when I take my Adderall or Ritalin or whatever, because I have ADHD, it doesn't affect me that way. But if you take it and you don't have it, it's like taking cocaine is what I hear.
Yeah, it didn't affect him, but us, it was like we were on meth. This was 16-year-old highs back in the late 2010s.
Yeah, well,
all right, I love you, Jaffe.
I love you too, buddy. All right, man.
I'm fucking, I'm chiming out.
Thanks, bud. All right, well, look, you can blame me and the team for the titties, but you can't blame us for your Adderall exposure. But anyway, okay. Bro saw titties for the first time at 15, says Spaz. I remember seeing them at least 10 years before that. Well, yeah, Spazbo, but when you see titties at 5, it's a whole different thing. You see them at 5 and you're kind of like, is it lunchtime? I mean, not that I was still breastfeeding at 5, but, you know, I'm just saying, you're probably more inclined to think it's lunchtime than anything else. What's going on? UK, Great Britain, Northern Ireland. How you doing, bud?
Very well, thank you. How are you tonight?
I am great. What would you like to talk about from merry old England, where the pirates from and kangaroos live?
That's exactly right. Well, what I wanted to ask you about, I know you in your previous stream you talked about watching Twisted Metal season 2.
Yes.
And I've finally caught up to it. I've watched the first 5 episodes. Now I really like seeing Axel in live action. His design just looked amazing on screen.
Yes.
But how did you feel to see him brought to life to that? Because I think he was in the second game, wasn't he?
That's right.
In the first one.
No, he was in the second game, and you know I don't know if you were watching the beginning of the show where we showed the bus with the Jaffe Campbell on it. the Easter egg. Right. So, I mean, everything from that to seeing Mr. Grimm to seeing Axel, the best way I think I've been able to describe it is I don't consider myself skilled at all when it comes to linear storytelling or direction of actors. But if I had the skill and the work ethic to become good at using that skill, I would say that that's exactly the kind of show for the most part that I would make. It feels like what was in my head and then executed brilliantly and improved. So I'm in love with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched past the 3rd episode just because, I've been real busy and people have been sick around here, but I absolutely, I'm a big fan of it. I think it's great.
No, same here. I think you'll enjoy the rest of them. I make short films as a hobby.
Okay.
And working with no budget, when you watch stuff like this, you can tell they have a reduced budget, but they're really making it work. They're trying to make it work with what they have.
Yes, and that's probably why I didn't really like the first episode for the most part of season 2, because it was like, especially when they were trying to sell this idea of the dolls as this kind of, rebellious group out there, it almost felt like, and as a guy who's made short films and small films, maybe you'll appreciate this example, but it's like when you only have 6 people, like Spielberg used to do when he was a kid, and to make it look like lots of soldiers, they would just kind of run past the camera, then run behind the camera, change their helmet and weapon, and run in front of the camera again. It clearly they don't have the budget for that, but I short of that, once it started cooking at the end of episode 1, season 2, I think it's been fantastic. Just fantastic.
Good. I have a final question for you.
Yeah.
Were there any vehicle concepts during development of the games that were too complicated that you had to cut?
I don't know if complication. I mean, the only thing, maybe back in the early days when we had Darkseid, the semi-truck, and we were hoping there would be a trailer, we weren't really able to put an animated sort of pivot point and have a different part of the car up until we got to Twisted Metal 2012. But short of that, I think it was less about that and just more about time to do things for special weapons and things like that. So no, it was less about complication and just more about time. Let me ask you a real quick question before I let you go. So you're calling in from England, I assume, at least according to my doc here. I ask because, I think he hung up, but I was going to ask him because Twisted Metal has never done well outside of America for the most part. And I'm curious if that show is actually doing better in other territories. Right? Because the game certainly didn't. In fact, one of the reasons Twisted Metal 2012 was so challenging of a production at first is we really tried to make it something that the Europeans would like. So we looked at things like James Bond and we looked at things like Fast and the Furious. And that's one of the reasons a lot of people complain about why you can change cars and vehicles in Twisted 2012. It was because we were trying to appeal to a broader fan base, and we knew that people liked seeing the people in the cars, leaning out of the cars, and we didn't have the budget to make 20 different characters for 20 different cars. And that's kind of the reason. So, but I'm glad at least one person in England is enjoying the show as well. As to Spaz talking about, is that why the Twisted Metal 2012 was so bad in the cutscenes? I thought the cutscenes in 2012 were great. I mean, obviously I'm biased. I co-directed them, but I thought they were really fun and good and interesting. No, I'll push back on that. I mean, I understand you didn't get as many movies as a lot of people wanted, but no, I will push back on thinking they were crap movies. There weren't a lot of them. But I want to go back to Alex's comment about Battlefield. He was basically saying, he's a big Call of Duty fan. I'm a big Call of Duty fan. I was playing a bunch of it last night and before Battlefield 6 hit. And he's like, give me some advice on playing Battlefield 6. And somebody else in the chat's like, yeah, I'm not really getting it. So here's what I'll tell you. Battlefield 6 beta last week did not have this mode called Rush Mode. And I am not a Battlefield 6 or Battlefield aficionado, so a lot of Battlefield fans will tell you they love Rush Mode, and this isn't as good as the classic Rush Mode, whatever. But if you go in fresh this week playing it, your first thing they'll bring up, I believe, is, maybe it's not called Rush Mode, but it's this mode that's like, it's a 10-minute game mode. I don't like it as much as the modes they had last week. They do have those modes, but you've got to kind of move down the roulette wheel to get to those modes. So, and again, I only played Rush twice. I'll be playing it today a little bit on the stream. But what I loved about playing the bigger modes was that you can find, like Matthew was saying in the chat, you can find a role and you can really kind of tuck into that role. And even if you're not doing brilliantly, you still get lots of little pops of achievement. But Rush feels more like a traditional shooter experience, tight levels. Even though the level opens up as you move through it, you're still kind of confined to those small objectives at the beginning. And it, the time to kill I thought was going to get raised or lowered, meaning you'd have more hit points, you'd survive longer. So my point is this, is if you are playing it for the first time this weekend, go into a mode like Conquest, one of the bigger modes, and then see what you think. Don't judge it based on what their default Rush mode is. The other thing I'll tell you though is I was playing the shit out of Battlefield Call of Duty last night, and somebody wrote into the chat, they're like, how can you say, and I mean, he's a nice guy, nothing wrong with him, but he's like, how can you, so I won't do the dumb voice. He's like, how can you say that Battlefield and Call of Duty are not competitive with each other? They occupy the same mindset. And I'm like, I'm not saying that if somebody's going to spend time on a military shooter, they're going to pick this one over that one. What I'm saying is they play so differently and they offer such different experiences for the player that the idea that they are in direct competition at a experience level, I think is not accurate. And in fact, if Brad is saying he thinks it was him, so Brad, I think you had mentioned, it's like saying that NBA Jam doesn't compete with NBA 2K. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Yes, they're both basketball games, but the experience you get playing NBA Jam is so not even close to what you get when you're playing NBA 2K. And so I would just say that if you really, I love them both. And I think more people should open their fucking minds to that because they really don't play this, at least right now. Black Ops 6 plays nothing like Call of Duty. They both offer very, very different experiences. So that's what I'll say. XP says gaming is dead. I think that's an incredibly incorrect statement, but maybe where you gaming is dead. But I'm fascinated by why you would think that. If you agree or disagree, call in live, 888-910-7235, just like Indiana's calling in right now. Let's talk to him. Indiana, you're on with Jaffe. What's up, bud?
Yeah, I was calling about the Twisted Metal TV show. Did you know that they called you out in a recent episode today?
I did it. Well, I haven't watched it yet, but if you look at the screen, I think I still have it up. Yeah, you're talking. Well, are you talking about with the school bus?
Yeah. The entire school's named after you and Campbell.
I loved it. I loved it so fucking much, man. I thought that was the neatest goddamn thing, and I was so happy to see it. Let me see if I can bring that up. We showed it at the top of the show, but yeah, it's the bus pulls up, and that's the name of the school, and they did not ask me about it. I know nothing about it. I found out on the internet today, and I think it's the coolest fucking thing. I love it.
Yeah. Now I grew up with Twisted Metal, so it was really cool to see you get that shout out.
Yeah, I never, like, I'm not one of these guys that usually cares about people are like, Jaffe, go do a cameo, or Jaffe, did you get to meet this actor? None of that stuff usually sits well with me. But there's something about having my name and Scott's name integrated into the canon, at least of the TV show's lore, that I just think is kind of neat. So it'll when I'm dead and gone, if my kids want to pull it up on the internet and watch it and go, oh, that was because, one of the things my dad worked on. I love it, man. It's great.
All right. Well, that's all I wanted to talk to you about, man.
Right,
you keep it up, all right?
All right, you be well. See you soon. Bye.
All right.
There he goes, off into the evening. Thank you for calling, buddy. Did you play the Hell Is Us demo, JSD? Thank you for the super chat. I did play it on PC. I don't know if the new demo that just came out for console is the same one. But what I played, I liked. And if you've played the demo, let me ask you a question. The Steam demo, there's, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you played it, there's this big kind of tower out in the woods, and you really can't enter it, right? In the demo. I don't know if that's the same thing, like the demo ends or there's nothing you can do after that. But what I played, I thought was really, really cool. And I really liked the idea that the enemies kind of spawned sub-enemies that you have to kill before you can damage the main enemies. Kind of reminds me a little bit of what they're doing in the new Ninja Gaiden 2D game, where there are some enemies that are instant kill, but you have to kill kind of the enemies that have the magic in them first. So, but yeah, I played it. I liked it a lot. Have I tried out Peak? Yes, I like Peak very much. I like it a lot, Spaz. I don't know if I like it as much as that Mage Arena we played yesterday, which is, if you don't know, I know Spaz knows, but it's the game where you use your microphone to cast spells against other wizards. And at first I was kind of like, it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. And then I started realizing you can find spells all throughout the map. And I found a spell that's just rock. And if you shout the word rock into your microphone, a giant boulder drops on your enemy from the sky and stuff. There's a lot of potential in that, but Peak is also great. We are on the phone now with a fellow who likes to call himself John. John, what's up, buddy? It's Jaffe.
No, my name's David.
All right, what's up, David?
Just kidding. It is John. I want to ask you two questions.
Whimsical skedaddler, sir. All right, what do you want to talk about?
Two quick questions. So I was listening to a stream earlier. You were talking about you were excited for football to come back.
Yes.
I love sports. Did you ever play NFL Blitz and NBA Street? Those were two of my favorite games when I was a kid.
Okay, well, I played in NFL Blitz in the arcade and at home, and I fucking loved it. And I so wish there would be just a mode every season in Madden that is basically just give us that, because I fucking loved NFL Blitz. And I played it recently, a couple years ago in an arcade, in a retro arcade, and it still plays just as good. NBA Street can go fuck itself. And that's only because, and I loved NBA Jam, and NBA Street is probably brilliant, but NBA Street came out on the exact same day that Twisted Metal Black came out. And so it stole my fucking sales. And so we were the number 2 game of the month, and NBA Street was the number 1 game. And so fuck them. But that said, though, I've never played it.
Well, I had both of them, so
I hear
they were both incredible.
Yeah,
it was a good one. Second question. So earlier you were talking about that guy who was talking about Game Pass, and you had said something about, I can't quote you directly, but you said something about Game Pass making the experience, lessens the experience for a game, or can lessen the experience. I was just curious what you meant by that.
Well, he was basically saying that it devalues the user's psychological sense of what a game is, because like music now, because of Spotify, everybody thinks that music's free. And so it kind of devalues the art form, or it devalues the media. And I guess there is a psychological truth to that, but fundamentally it doesn't, it's not like people have stopped playing games. People are spending more time online playing games and more time playing games. The indie game market is doing very, very well. It's still feast or famine, but there's a lot more indie games that are connecting with people, a lot more games coming out that you can make with 1 or 2 people. So he's right that there is a psychological effect that comes when you put something on a subscription service first, but I don't see that that's hurt games. I think it's just different. And, here's a good example. Like old Gimpy says, makes pricing games super hard as a dev. Well, that is an issue of their business model needing to be, adjusted, and they need to figure out sort of, what to charge for things. But I'll give you a great example. I got an email today that a game on my Steam wish list, which I played the demo for, and I'm like, okay, I really like this, but I'm not going to buy it right now. I got too many things to play. It's like usually a $40 game. It's $6 right now. It's Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. And if you're looking at my screen, let me make sure I got my full screen up. Anybody looking at my screen right now, I mean, this is not some little rinky-dink fucking video game made by two people. This is a very decent-sized budget, well-written, well-produced, AA, almost AAA game. It's less than a year out. It's got good reviews, and it cost you $6. So I get the fact that between subscription services and digital, that things have become really challenging and difficult, but I don't think that means games have gotten worse and we don't value games as much. But I think it does mean maybe that it's kind of showing what gamers do value. And, if a gamer's like, you know what? Yeah, I could spend $80 on a brand new game, or I could buy this for $5. This is good enough. Maybe what that really shows the developer is a lot of the things that you thought we as consumers cared about, it's not true. We don't need the world's best graphics. We just want something fun. And so I think there's a course correction that's actually good.
I feel like it's impossible to determine what gamers value because they're all saying different fucking shit. And they'll say, yeah, we don't care about graphics, but everyone fucking cares about graphics. Not everyone, but I mean, it's just
they don't. So I think it's easy to tell what they value because they speak only one language, which is financial. And so if you look at some of the most successful games, yeah, people love that Battlefield looks great and Call of Duty looks great, but Fortnite is still ruling the roost. Minecraft is still ruling the roost. Roblox is still ruling the roost. End of the day.
Okay, but if Sony came out with the first party game that was story-based and whatever, and it had subpar graphics, everyone would take shits all over it.
Well, they could take shits all over it, but if it was good, they'd buy it. If Sony, think about this for a minute. If Sony were to go to Neil Druckmann or Cory Barlog or any of these, highfalutin fellas, Kojima, and say, we're going to give you $3 million. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it, but we want a game in 18 months. Go. It's not going to look like the world's best game, but it's $3 million. The number of people you may end up with the next big thing. And you may end up just with a solid, profitable, really cool game that can build into a bigger IP. But I think you're confusing the fact that there's a vocal minority of people that are going to shit all over something on the internet. That doesn't reflect who's buying the games necessarily. So
that's fair.
And I think, what's a real interesting experiment is this. So there's a game that was out last month on Game Pass, and I think it's came out this month, Abiotic Factor. And I played it. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's not
game's
really
awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a cross between Half-Life and Minecraft and whatever, and it's 6-player co-op. And it's now free on PS Plus, I think, for the month or whatever. But this is the kind of game I'm talking about. This did not cost a lot of money to make. I'm very curious how this is going to do on PlayStation, because I look at this and go, PlayStation could have 4 or 5 teams making games of this size, of this scope, and one of them is going to hit. Better that than spending $400 million on Concord, right? Why not just make some shit and see what hits, and then start spending some money? That's my theory on it all. But that's my take, and that's
I've always agreed with your takes. Yeah.
That's so we'll see. I think that's where a lot of it's going. But I do appreciate the call, buddy. Thank you so much, and call back anytime.
I got you. Yeah,
right.
Thank you.
See you, man.
Thanks, guy.
All right, there he goes. All right, let me bring in one more call, then we will get back to the news. This is Oklahoma. Oklahoma, it's Jaffe. What's going on?
Hey, Jaffe, this is Matt.
Hey, Matt.
How you doing, man?
Doing well.
I was calling to talk to you about, I've heard you talk in the past glowingly about VR, but do you not play VR games because of convenience? Is that probably the main
Well, I talk glowingly about AR. I don't really think, I think VR is really neat. But I don't think VR is really that fundamentally the game doesn't change all that much. Some people will tell you, and I think they're right, the sense of immersion in the space is unparalleled. But I keep comparing it to, like, if you ever shop for a new TV and this is the trick these stores do. If you go into like a Best Buy, assuming anybody still buys TVs live, they'll put a good TV next to a brilliant TV, and the good TV will be like, right? Because they want you to spend an extra $300 on the best TV, right? But fundamentally, a great movie is a great movie, or a great show is a great show. And after 5 minutes, if you're watching it on a small, old black and white TV or a brand new fucking 90-inch flat screen, the show's either good or it's not. And that's my experience with VR, which is like, after the kind of wow factor wears off, I haven't seen anything that VR brings to the immersion of the game itself. And so then you have to ask yourself, is the spatial immersion bump you get, the sense of being in the place, worth the pain in the ass of pulling it out, adjusting it, continually changing the lenses? It's a little heavy. That's what I would say. So I don't put a lot of faith in VR, but I put a great deal of faith in AR.
Yeah, I think VR, in terms of like survival horror stuff and like conveying scale, like is amazing.
Yeah.
Like
conveying the scale, absolutely, no doubt. The scale that you get from VR is staggeringly cool. There's no doubt VR is cool. I don't think it's the best way to play a game in most takes. Even I played through all of Resident Evil 7 in VR.
7.
And then now I'm playing through it again on PC, and I'm enjoying it more on PC. It's not as sweaty and hot. I don't feel as like, there's something about, it's not as immersive spatially, but I think the joy of playing is better. But that, it's subjective, but I think the market bears what I'm saying. If people loved it as much as some people, it would have taken off, and I just don't see it ever doing that.
Well, I think the problem with VR is when you're like miming actions, like climbing a wall or something like that, or like opening a safe or a door, and you're like kind of like doing this miming thing. But when you're like shooting and stuff like that, translates really well, but not like a lot of things.
Right. I like when I play in VR, I still like to use the controller though. I don't really want to be taking my hands and aiming them up.
Yeah, that's what I thought was cool about RE7 VR was you played it with the controller, and you're just kind of your head was like the stick basically.
That's right.
And
that's right.
I thought that worked amazingly.
Yeah, it was good. And I played Resident Evil 4 VR on MetaQuest 2, and it was cool. But I still like playing it more on the flat screen. So, all right, buddy. Thank you for the call. I sure do appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. All right, fellas, there he goes. You guys can call in too. The number's at the top of the screen. In the meantime, let me say welcome to Total Package 2K. Total Package 2K. I don't know why you guys can't be like Total Package. That is a real goddamn man who steps up and says, I want to help support this little show you got going on, Jaffe, and I appreciate it, buddy. Welcome, Total Package. And if you want to support the show with a super chat or a membership or a gifted membership, well, I will not complain. Last thing I'll say about military shooters, because I know not everybody in my audience loves them like I do. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Next week, if you don't know, is Gamescom. It's Gamescom opening night. One of the big, they've already announced Black Ops 7, but one of the big, reveals of gameplay or modes or whatever will be at Keeley's show, he's announced. One of the rumors coming out today is really interesting if they can pull this off. And other games have tried it. Titanfall 1 tried to pull this off. But the idea is, what they're saying is that the final level, and yesterday there was a rumor that some of the, no, that's a different rumor. This is the final level of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 single player is going to be merged in with multiplayer, like an extraction mode. Now, I guess they'll have bots if there aren't live people. But so basically you'll go through a semi-traditional Call of Duty campaign. I don't know how open world it's going to be in parts, but When you get to the last level, though, it is going to be an extraction mode. So you're going to be in that mode playing with other players, and it's suddenly like your single player game has added a bunch of live players, but it's still you on your narrative experience. And I've always loved that idea. I've always loved the idea of a single player game merging in and out with multiplayer, but I don't entirely know if I've ever really seen it work all that well. So, we'll see. But that's the rumor on that. And I will say, I will say that I've enjoyed Call of Duty so much the last 3 or 4 years that I'm super excited to see where this new one goes. So, okay, but I get it. We will play some Battlefield today on the show after the news, but not a lot. Just a couple of matches. Okay. Speaking, my delightful friends. Now, I don't agree with all these, but I agree with some of these. PC Gamer. And again, next week, yes, we'll be doing Keeley's show. There's like 3. There's Future PC show, Future Gamer show. There's a lot of shows next week. But for Gamescom. But PC Gamer put out a list of the 6 games they're most excited to see at Gamescom next week. And I'll tell you, you tell me if you agree with these. You tell me in the chat if you agree with these or not. I think they're all worth checking out, no doubt. But I'm not, I'll just show them to you. Here we go. Number 6 is The Outer Worlds 2. Is the new Charlie Brown game one of them? You mean the Snoopy detective thing? Don't think I don't know everything you know, PK99. Don't think I don't know that there was a Snoopy game announced today. Snoopy game video detectives. Don't think Snoopy and the Great Mystery Club. Don't fucking come in here thinking I am not prepared. I'm the most prepared motherfucker on the internet. Look at that. Look what I got for you, you bitch. I haven't seen the trailer, though, to be fair. Let's watch it.
It was a bright and sunny afternoon. A cool breeze and all was well. Supper time. Except
I have played Human Fall Flat.
Was missing. Looks like another caper for the world-famous detective Snoopy and his Great Mystery Club.
At least he's not doing the Red Baron shit anymore.
Neighborhood band of volunteer gumshoes, combining razor-sharp wits and fierce resolve to crack the toughest
like
cases on the block.
Oh shit, we got Red Baron action in this game.
Featuring Peppermint Patty.
Now let's see what you got, Jeff. Let's go.
Linus and Lucy.
You mock.
I'll play
Franklin.
it. I'll play it.
For the show.
Sally
yeah, I'll play it,
Brown.
PK.
You should
I love
there,
peanuts.
Snoopy.
Pigpen.
Hello there, Great Mystery Club.
The kite-eating tree.
That's just your imagination.
And the round-headed kid
hey, it's Phil
himself.
Collins.
Charlie Brown.
Oh, Charlie Brown.
Good grief.
Join Snoopy and the gang. Sniff out the clues and crack the case before supper gets cold. Snoopy and the Great Mystery Club.
Whoa. Wait a second. I call shenanigans here. Where's the homeless kid? That's some bullshit Trump horse shit. Where's the homeless kid? Where's Pigpen? Where's the black kid? Franklin was earlier, but he's not in the big poster. The black kid's good enough to make it into your fucking trailer, but you can't have him in the final poster. I see how you are. Okay. Fine. Anyway, there's your Snoopy fucking game. Was Pigpen homeless? I hope so. Either that or he was neglected by his fucking parents. All these kids, I don't mean to get into a thing, and I'm not saying I'm the first guy to say it, although there is a video on this channel about Charlie Brown from about 6 years ago where, look, Charlie Brown's going to be a goddamn school shooter. Charlie Brown gets made fun of and picked on and tells people he's depressed. Nobody cares. Pigpen is either neglected or he's homeless. I don't know which one it is. Wiley for the win. Thank you, buddy. It was good to talk to you the other night. He says, this is dumb, but for the good of the order, here you go. Where's Pigpen and he's not black? No, Franklin is black. Pigpen is not a black man, but Franklin is. And Franklin made it into the game, but he didn't make it in. There he is right there. There's Franklin. Wait a minute.
Mystery Club.
Okay, yeah, Franklin is in, and I guess Pigpen's in too, but they didn't make the poster.
It was a bright and sunny afternoon. Another Capery Club. The world-famous Detective Snoopy and his great mystery.
Right, so Franklin and Pigpen are in it, but they didn't make the poster, and Pigpen didn't get mentioned. But thank you, Wiley, for the super chat. I very much appreciate it, bud. Okay. Where were we? We were talking about, okay, The Outer Worlds 2. We're going back to the games that PC gamers most excited about. The Outer Worlds 2, sure. Why not? I mean, I'm not that excited for it. I liked the first one. Not enough to really play it for more than a few hours, but it's okay. Okay. Onimusha Way of the Sword. I'm excited for this. I'm not crazy super duper excited for it. I love the earlier Onimusha games. This one looks fine, but nothing I've seen is like, oh my fucking god. But I'll be there day one for it. Silent Hill F, I'm staggeringly excited about. The trailers or the previews that just hit for this game have been just sensational. Just people are saying Game of the Year conversation about this one. Really fucking great word of mouth on this. So looking forward to this. Wouldn't that be great if there's a fucking demo? It'd be great if there's a demo for that. Great if there's a demo that drops for Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is coming out any day anyway. World of Warcraft Midnight. I really need to get into this now, especially that they've added the ability to have neighborhoods and have your own home and have community events in your neighborhood and all that shit. I should really try World of Warcraft. Maybe I'll do that on a stream in the next week or two. Get some help from you guys who've played it. Resident Evil Requiem, of course. Now, again, Requiem is one of these things right now that nothing they've shown is compelling. If they didn't call it Resident Evil, I'd go, okay, whatever. And again, Resident Evil is my favorite franchise. So I'm there day one. I'm super excited for it. But nothing they've shown looks all that great, but I'm sure it'll be amazing. And then they're mostly looking forward to Hollow Knight Silksong, which I haven't played that game. I haven't played the first one, so I don't know what the big deal is. People told me it was really hard, and so I just kind of walked away from it. They also want to see, Alex has been talking about Borderlands. We'll talk about that in a second. Borderlands 4, they're excited for. The previews from Borderlands 4 have been great. Ninja Gaiden 4, wouldn't that be great if we got a demo for that next week? Ninja Gaiden 4, people say it's really, really good, although the guy at PC Gamer didn't like it. Black Ops Pragmata. There was a big Pragmata video that came out of a China game conference from 2 weeks ago where they actually showed more of the gameplay of like doing the mini games in order to take down the shields of the bad guy so then you could shoot the bad guy. I'm very interested in that. Where the Winds Meet, Genshin Impact with way better combat is what it's described as. Little Nightmares 3, I don't give a shit about. I'm much more interested in Reanimal, which is from the makers of Nightmare 1 and 2. Lords of the Fallen sequel has been teased. Okay, whatever. Chronos, The New Dawn, I'm excited for. Wiley, again with the big super chats. Thank you, buddy. Have you ever had a Twisted Metal level next style idea? God of War was good, but it's a dozen years later. Any groundbreaking ideas given what you've seen? You mean for a Twisted Metal level? I mean, we always wanted to have, and it never really worked. We tried it as early as Black, and then we did it again in 2012. We always wanted to have levels in the game that were freeways with moving traffic. But as conceptually cool as that felt to me, it's hard to play the game when you've just got all this random shit coming from all directions. So I would say that's one that we never could quite figure out. My biggest thing with Twisted Metal would be going with omnidirectional vehicles. Is really what I would do to try to bring juice back to it, so you could have strafing and you could have cover and you could have the physics. of going from a all-wheel drive car to an omni-wheel drive car instantly, and what that does for interesting kind of in and out of those different modes, I think could be really, really cool. So I would say if anybody came to me and said, Jaffe, we want to make a Twisted Metal with you, or we want to make a Twisted Metal light game, the first thing I would do is go, I don't want to do anything yet except sit with one or two programmers, and I want to figure out the physics of this. And can we actually bring a new level of mechanics to vehicle combat? And if the answer is yes, then we would go forward. But I would say beyond that, though, I don't think there's a real chance for a game like that to work anymore. But, you know, that's just me. Speaking of new games and speaking of ideas I had, holy shit, JSD is not taking this lying down. Maybe one of the best things that YouTube ever did was to create the top fans per stream. Because now JSD, he's still in second place, but he just dropped a big $20 super chat and says, I'm just paying to be above Wiley. But you're not above Wiley, baby. You're not above Wiley, JSD, but you're close. You're close. But no, Spaz, I don't agree. Spaz says adding omnidirectional movement just turns it into a regular third-person shooter. No, it doesn't. Because what I'm saying is if you had the car when it's driving normally, and let's say all of the weapons were at the max and all of the abilities and the ramming was at the max, right? But the minute you shift to Omni, the power, your weapon power goes down 25%, but you have more control, right? And then you start talking about drifting out of all-wheel drive. So imagine taking a corner and you start to drift. And maybe like in Mario Kart, you have to drift to build up weapon power. But once you drift enough, if you switch at the right moment to omnidirectional drifting, then you're just strafing, right? So finding that sweet spot of where your weapons are and where your damage ability is based on when you want to come in and out of the drift, I think that becomes absolutely a very different game than just straight up third-person shooter. So that's what I would say. Okay. I want to show you this. Speaking of game ideas I had, we had a group of people that we did sponsors with. They had a podcast for a while. They don't do it anymore, but it was like video game trivia. And we were talking about doing we were talking about doing a trivia video game, but it was co-op where you fought against monsters. So you and like 4 other people in the chat, if you got answers right, it would be like, oh, okay, that did 20 points of damage to the guy's head or whatever. Jackbox Party 11 is coming this fall. The previews have been really, really good. I want to show you the trailer, but they have that mode, and I want to show you that. But here's the trailer for Jackbox Party Game, which I'm usually a big fan of this series.
Limitless. It takes a special crew to explore. Where will your crew go with the Jackbox Party Pack 11? Travel to a land filled with trivia-obsessed monsters and use teamwork to battle for victory in.
Right. So this is the Legends of Trivia that I'm talking about. So
filled with trivia-obsessed monsters.
So you all contribute. And you don't all have to get it right, but everyone who gets it right does damage to the monsters, right? So it's kind of like an RPG meets a trivia game, which I think is really, really fun, and it's co-op.
And
so that's one of their modes.
Battle for victory in Legends of Trivia. Hit the gritty, crime-filled streets to learn which of you is the secret criminal in Suspectives. Break the sound barrier with your recordings and encounter them in surprising new ways in Hearsay.
So that one's like sending voice recordings of yourself to create memes, which looks pretty cool too.
Greater Decorator in the out-of-this-world drawing game Cookie House. Take something perfectly lovely and ruin it in the joke writing game Doominate. Delve into the universe of Party Pack 11. Ground control to major fun.
Yeah, so I'll be getting this. We'll be playing this with members. It's coming soon. I agree, by the way, Wiley. You Don't Know Jack, which preceded all these, was amazing. That was a fucking great series, You Don't Know Jack. By the way, Wiley steps up and says, you can't touch me, JSD. He says, thank you for the very big super chat. He says, I know you weren't involved with XCOM Enforcer, but I grew up playing XCOM Enforcer on PC. Do I know the game? It was so fun. Thoughts on XCOM starting from their roots to release XCOM Enforcer. Was XCOM Enforcer the first person XCOM that kind of came and didn't get a lot of love and a lot of reviews and shit, the good reviews? XCOM Enforcer. I want to say that's what that was. Yeah, I don't know if this, I've never played XCOM Enforcer. I have no idea what this one is. So I've never really, truth be told, played an XCOM game. I played the original for a little. It was too complicated. And then I wanted to get, the new one. And I've bought it like 3 times, and I have it on different systems. I just haven't sat around and played it, but I want to though. I love turn-based strategy and tactical strategy. In fact, I was reminded today that this game, the company shut down after they made it, but they were one of my favorite developers, making some of my favorite games like Desperados 3. Shadow Gambit is. I forgot this came out a few years ago. They've since shut down. But I am very excited now that I remember this is out to go back and play it and finish it. I mean, I'm going to start it from scratch actually, but these guys do like stealth, and I usually don't like stealth, but there's so many ways to solve their puzzles. It's very clever. Anyway, it's not in the news. I just kind of got me thinking. Okay. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? Jackbox. It's about Jurassic Park. Now, Jurassic Park was I don't know, JSD. Let's take a little bit of a break here for a moment and let's look at the top of the charts, because JSD just dropped a huge 20 spot and says, I still have the crown, homie. I don't know. I'll tell you the top 10 right now. We got Marwater. Now, the thing you have to understand is some of these names aren't aligned with the YouTube name, so I don't know who Marwater is. We've got Invader 42, our big donator yesterday. He's at number 9. Number 8 is Totes Professional Gaming. Number 7 is Alex. Number 6 is Armin. Number 5 is Anna G. Number 4 is Old Gimpy. Number 3 is SF. Here we go. Number 2 is Wiley. This is a close race. Number 2 is Wiley. Number 1 is JSD. They're separated by less than 1,000 points. I don't know. I don't know where this shit's going. But right now, Wiley's sitting at the top of the chart. I think it's Wiley, right? JSD's at the top of the charts. JSD is currently at the top of the charts. There you go. Fight for that crown. Now, you guys might remember that Jeff Keighley showed it it was like 2 years ago. He showed Jurassic Park Survival, whatever it's called, the first person Jurassic Park game. And it kind of came and went, and no one's heard anything about it. Today they dropped it. I'm going to show you the whole thing. It's 6 minutes. If it gets boring, we'll turn it off. But they dropped a behind the scenes trailer. It's still showing pre-alpha footage. So the only reason I remain excited about this game, though, is it's coming from the exact same team that made last year's much loved Space Marine 2. And the lead designer of that game and the director of that game are working on this game. So it may just be that it's not delayed. It's just that it's one team. They were focused on, or a team and a half. All their focus was on Space Marine 2, which makes sense. People love it. Did really well. And now they're starting to put their energy into this, which I love. That's what got me excited again, is this is not some rinky-dink team. This is a great franchise to bring into first person, to make into an action shooter. And they actually have the chops to do it. So let's watch this brand new trailer, behind the scenes thing, 6 minutes long. If it gets boring, let me know in the chat. We'll turn it off. I haven't watched it yet. And let's see what they're up to. By the way, thank you so much, Alex, for the super chat. He says, it's Dono Wars, baby. Let's see if Alex has moved up. Alex has moved up to number 3. He's moved up to number 3. Right now, the top 3, Alex. Number 2 is Wiley. JSD is still sitting at the top of the goddamn mountain. Here we go.
The opportunity to re-enter into Jurassic Park is something we've waited over 30 years to be able to do.
We've heard consistently from our fans that they were very interested in seeing a game set in Jurassic Park. We were able to make that happen.
I thought that was Patton Oswalt for a minute. You know what I have to, before we get too into this, I want to say 2 things. Number 1 is, I have not seen the new Jurassic Park. I heard it wasn't great. Is it worth watching? You know, I loved the first movie so much. And I just don't know. I wish we could get back to that level of quality, but maybe I should watch it. I don't know. Then, of course, Wiley, I have to acknowledge, Wiley, that's a lot of money you just dropped, Moneybags McGee. He says, tell Bunny, even though she's gone, she's hot. But we support her clown makeup and screw that number 2 guy. Wiley, for the win. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. Let's see what it does to... Anna G's asking, is Bunny not coming on today? Bunny wrote me this morning. She says she's alive. I don't know if that means that she is going to be on tonight, but I hope so. I imagine that meant she will, but if she's as sick as she was yesterday, no. And yes, the charts have flipped. JSD is now about 1,000 points behind Wiley. I think it's over, boys. Nobody's got the kind of money Wiley does. This guy made all of his money in crypto and sex work. Both very valid reasons to make money. Okay, you like the new Jurassic, Anna. Okay, well, I'm not much of a critic either. I'll check it out. All right, here we go. Who's going to dethrone Wiley? Maybe the T-Rex. Here we go. You made your money in UFC fights?
Jurassic Park Survival is
I'm sorry to keep pausing. Are you a fighter, or you invest in fighters? Okay, got it.
Person game. It's set a day after the events of the film. You play as Maya Joshi, who is an engine scientist, and it's your job to survive the island.
For the first time, we're giving you this opportunity to travel back to Isla Nublar, to explore Jurassic Park.
Taking on a project like this is a huge responsibility. This film stands out as a landmark moment in cinema.
It's really exciting to be able to translate this incredible film into a video game, because you really have the opportunity to go much deeper into the film.
I'm excited for the game, but shut the fuck up. You're not saying anything.
To make sure that we're capturing the island and all the dinosaurs in really great detail.
We go through room by room in the game, level by level. We look at every possible resource from archives, from the film, from production stills, production blueprints, to make sure every prop is in the same place.
We really took an up-close look at some of the props from the film. We went to the actual incubator, saw the eggs.
The actual incubator.
Of authenticity was just amazing.
Wait, we have to go back. We have to go back. We have to go back. They went to the actual incubator?
Get some of the props from the film. We went to the actual incubator.
Okay, what I love about this is this is not a scene from the movie. This is the actual incubator, but she's like wearing gloves. Like, you have to be very careful with this plastic that comes from Toys R Us or whatever. But anyway, whatever. Good God almighty, JSD. JSD's made all of his money with hookers, blow, and those kind of weird boxer shorts that change color based on your sexual mood. Holy shit. Ravno says he just bitch slapped Wiley for the win. Jesus Christ. JSD, that's a lot of fucking money. And let me tell you something. Wiley, says, I'm not donating without a valuable answer. I don't know what that means, but Jesus Christ, JSD has stepped up and said, you think Trump's running the streets? Nope, it's JSD. JSD is now about 3,600 points ahead. Holy shit, buddy. Thank you for that. Very, very generous. All right, here we go. Let's keep going.
I saw the eggs. Just that level of authenticity was just amazing, and it really brought the teams together.
Let's say we would be the right developer for this project, again, because of their affinity for the IP. They've really leaned into creating fantastic looking, beautifully rendered dinosaur models and animations that will look great in the game.
We were inspired by the original film. All the encounters are going to be amazing. The interactions with the dinosaurs, to see them on the big screen, and it's something else when you can actually take part and interact with them in a meaningful way.
One thing that is extremely important to get right is the dinosaurs. They are the star of this franchise. The textures, the movements, the weight of the dinosaurs on the earth, that will all feel like the dinosaurs that you know and love from the first film. I think that's what players really want. They want to be put in the driver's seat of a dinosaur encounter and have to survive it.
Can't wait and come face to face with the T-Rex. I'm going to purposely lose so that I can get eaten by a T-Rex.
Not only do you get to re-experience all of the incredible locations from the film, but because Jurassic Park Survival is designed in game format, gives you more time to be able to explore new locations.
There's lots of facilities, there's lots of buildings, there's lots of attractions that are under construction, there's a hotel under construction. So fans are going to see things and landmarks that they only wish they saw. Some elements from the game, some elements of the film never talked about, but never actually conceived in the film.
So as a single-player, narrative-driven experience, Jurassic Park needs both strong story and strong gameplay.
There's an interactive component that makes games unique from film.
It's going to feel like new but familiar at the same time, and then you'll be part of that tension and part of that drama and part of that awe and wonder that Jurassic really is.
Now, what's the point of what he just said? Like, shouldn't people be charged for words? It's going to feel new and different all at the same time. And you'll be part of that tension. And just shut up. You're saying nothing. You know who's saying something? You know who's saying something? Wiley for the win. Wiley reached into his wife's pocketbook when she wasn't looking, because she ain't letting him spend all this money, and dropped $100 goddamn bill. And now she's chasing him through the house with a rolling pin. But here's what he wrote before he got clocked on the head. Jaffe, tell me the time you saw gaming make a decision that changed the game. Besides Call of Duty, Pokemon, and Fortnite, something interesting in the new age that you wish you'd thought of. Well, first off, thank you, Wiley, very, very much for that staggering generosity. Amazing. And you have just now jumped 1,000 points, less than 1,000 points ahead of JSD. Alex is still way back there in 3, but he's hanging in there. It goes Alex, JSD, and now Wiley living at the top of the fucking food chain. Thank you for that. You are the T-Rex of the stream at the moment, sir. Okay, tell me the time you saw gaming make a decision that changed the game. Something interesting in the new age. Okay. I mean, okay, the new age, meaning like the last 10 years, right? I mean, there are the obvious things. You know, there's Battle Royale in the last 10 years from PUBG. But I'm going to give you a very boring answer, but it is, I'm going to watch the rest of it. I'm going to give you a very boring answer, but it is the true answer, which is, to me, it's seeing games on PC that are very low budget, made by a couple of people that blow up like motherfuckers. Because what that, whether you're talking about Among Us, whether you're talking about, now I'm blanking. What's the drug one? The drug dealer one that came out a couple of months back, whether you're talking about Peak, any of those Schedule 1, right? What they showed was that there is a very high spending audience for games that don't have to be production value heavy. And in that, I believe it really has opened the door for a lot of people who love making games to go, even with all these layoffs and all these crazy budgets and all this stuff, there is still a viable path to entertain millions of people. Spaz says, high spending, these games are dirt cheap. I don't mean the cost of the games. I mean in terms of the people who play the games, whether you're talking about spending money on microtransactions, spending time, choosing those games over an $80 game, buying for your friends. Like yesterday, I bought 4 copies of Mage Arena, which still only comes to about $12. But when's the last time I bought a game for a bunch of people? So that's what I would say. Tech, can you get Ravnosa gifted, says JSD. JSD is on the ground licking his wounds at this point because he's just like, although he's only now 5,000 points behind Wiley, 500 points behind Wiley, but he's like, I can't compete with the man. I'm going to stay on the mat. But what I would say, though, is JSD, Tech, can you get Ravnosa gifted? I would love to get Ravnosa. We're not able to do it, I don't think. We're not able to jump in and target a person and say, you get a membership. I don't think, unless they've changed it. Games are $80 already. Not all of them, but some of them. Spasmo, I bought you Helldivers. Did I really? I'm a pretty nice guy. I didn't know that. All right, let's keep going.
For fans, but you'll be front and center for everything.
When we were deciding how to introduce the Raptors, one thing that jumped out to us was, what if we could make the player experience what Lex and Tim did in the kitchen? That and other sequences like it are meant to put you in the shoes of those movie characters to experience the terror for yourself.
So every one of the characters in that film is indelible, and this is the bar that we're shooting for. These characters need to be as specific, distinct, colorful as the characters in the film. And Maya is the biggest example of this.
The actual journey, the arc of Maya, it's incredible. She was personally recruited by Dr. Henry Wu to become an InGen scientist.
Okay, so it's the new movie's worth watching? Okay,
Start of Maya's journey, she's unable to escape Isla Nublar.
Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nublar.
As soon as Pyle read for the part, we knew she was going to be our Maya.
I really relate to Maya in lots of different ways. She's incredibly passionate and adventurous. I think she takes risks. She steps outside of her comfort zone. I feel like I'm learning a lot about myself, to be honest. She's very inspiring, and she has a lot of admirable traits. I think that I'm standing on the shoulders of some of the coolest female characters in cinema history. It's incredible.
I really hope that when fans play this game, they get to relive the magic they experienced from the original film.
All of us on the team are extremely passionate about this film. We all have our own
Look at the
childhood
gloves.
memories
I love
of
the
it.
gloves.
And so we've come to it with the greatest respect.
It is everything, so we are taking the time to do it justice.
Fans are core to this franchise. It's because of their passion that we get these great opportunities to create new stories. Without them, there wouldn't be a Jurassic Park survival.
I do like the dog. Love the roar. Is the same sound guy on Star Wars did these? Anyway, so first off, Wiley, thank you for the super chat. TV show take, ever watch Lucifer? I think I watched the first 2 episodes, but no more. But you know what I really want to watch that for some reason reminds me of that is Evil, with the guy who played Power Man on the Marvel show on Netflix. I hear Evil's really fucking good. It's Dinosaur. Some people say Dinosaur, but I'm from the South. Like some people say Chicago, like Chicago, but I just say Chicago, and I say dinosaur, like S-O-R-E. But I think it's actually pronounced dinosaur, like there's a little lift in the A. Anyway, the point is this. Salty says, I hope Batman's in the game. Sure, why not? Why not? Why not take a character from Warner Brothers and put him in a Universal game? Why not? Sure. Right, Matthew says they don't have anything of the game to show. It's been 2 years. Well, again, what I'm saying, though, about it, what I think is not bad news, is this is the team that did Space Marine 2. And they were working on that, and the director of that game and the lead writer of that game are working on this now. And so I don't think this team is massive. I think it's like 1.5 teams. And so after Space Marine 2, and I guess they got the DLC and all the patches, now everybody's fully pivoted onto this. So trust me, if it wasn't for knowing that, I wouldn't have even showed this, because I would have been like, I'll believe it when I see it, because I heard there was no gameplay in this, but you know. Okay, I do want to show you briefly a quick trailer. I just think it's cool. I just think it's a cool trailer. Where'd it go? It's called The Secret of Weepstone. And it's only a minute long. It's just a neat little visual style that makes me happy, because I came up with 80s and 70s Dungeons and Dragons. So here you go.
People of Weepstone, your lord has fallen ill. In his half-waking state, he mumbles incoherently of Weepstone Keep. Are there any among you willing to delve into that forsaken place to find the source of Byron's torment?
You there? Who are you that dares enter this sacred place?
That's it. I mean, there's really, it's a small team. It's early, but I just thought the visual style was cool, and they do a pretty good job of capturing the vibe of everything. Let's see if there's any new breaking news. We already talked about this. Black Ops 7 final mission will reportedly be a big multiplayer battle. Where's that Bean game? Where's the Bean game? What's it called? The Bean game. I'm looking forward to this Lego game, Lego Journeys. What else? Yeah, I think I already went through all this. Oh, that's cool that they're putting the 2 real-time strategy Mario games together. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Shining Force opinions. Love Shining Force. I love Shining in the Darkness. I love Shining Force 1 and 2. I don't know if there was a third. I think there might have been a third, but I never played it. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to call in, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get a Coke. If you want to call in, the numbers on top of the screen there, 888-910-7235. I'll take a few calls, and then I don't think we're going to get to Ludo, but I will play 2 or 3 rounds of Battlefield just to kind of, it's the hotness right now. Everybody likes it, and it's great. It's fucking great. So I will be back in, I don't know, 10 seconds. I just got to go get a Coke. Be right back. Battlefield, like, when I get back from my Coke, if there's no calls, we'll jump right in. Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to join me on Battlefield, absolutely. Let me take this call coming in from Illinois. Hey, it's Jaffe. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
It is going great. How are you doing?
Good. This is JST. So,
there you go. Money bags.
What I'm gonna do?
Money bags. So let me ask you: Is your wife upset?
No.
Good. So what's up,
Dude,
baby?
I'm just being a degenerate right now. So
how come?
Doing this. Well, so I started a new job. So I'm in between jobs. So I have 2 weeks off starting next week. So I have money.
Good for you. What's your new job?
Implementation engineer.
That sounds fancy. Do the ladies like it?
Yeah, it is cool until AI is gonna fucking take over it. But you get it.
I get it. So what's up? What do you want to talk about?
I'm doing this right now. Give me a second.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. I hope I don't hear a shotgun go off or something.
No. I'm not doing that. Man. All right, cool. Super chat should be going through. I should be number 1 again, and then go fuck yourself, Wiley. That's what I have to say.
Wait a minute. Because Wiley just said he almost wants to call in to Alpha You. Holy shit! Oh, Wiley just got bodied. Holy shit! We gotta. That's a lot of money, baby. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. Let's get my God of War homie Ravnos gifted sub sometime.
Again, I hope you understand. If I could, I would. They don't let us do that. They don't let us. You can't pick and choose. Don't ask me why. All
right, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for all the generosity. Good luck. Good luck on your new job, bud.
Thanks, homie.
All right.
Appreciate you guys. Bye.
Well, there he goes. I'm glad his wife's not upset with him. Back when I was married, my wife would probably leave me for that. Yeah, Wiley concedes. He says, I'm number 2. Good God almighty. JSD, that's a lot of ducats. He was waiting for the end. He's like, I'm going to come in with the fucking closer. All right. Well, that's insane, you guys. Thank you for all the support today. Kind of staggering. That's a lot of money. Thanks, fellas. Okay, so let's play a little Battlefield. You keep confusing it, Matthew. He says, take the money from your wallet, Jaffe, and pay for a membership for him. I can't tell YouTube who gets the membership. That's what I'm saying. It's not about not having the money. It's about I can't guide where that membership goes.
I got to go in on Mr. JD, and I'll hit pound right now.
What's going on, buddy? It's Jaffe. Who's calling? Hello?
What? It never even toned. All right, here I go, man. Mr. JD.
Wait. Who's
Mr.
calling?
JD.
I don't know who this is.
You think you're number 1? Mr. JD. I'll tell you what.
I don't know who this is.
You're an overrating, hating, stubborn bitch, the spawn of Satan, baiting boys into your bedroom just to call them into mating, baiting. Oh, fuck, I forgot the words. Use a condom, are you just faking? I don't think that I'm mistaken, but your cervix must be breaking. Now you must be,
masturbating.
Fuck, I forgot the lyrics, Jaffe. Here I'm trying to fucking put this man in this place, and I forgot all the words.
That's a pretty good story, though. It's a pretty good story.
That is a good story. Well, let me give him a couple lines.
All right.
I can't fix
Spaz. I can't fix his audio. That's on his end. That's Wiley's mic.
Mr. JD. Now you. Fuck. I can't remember the lines.
Are you drunk right now, sir? Are you drunk right now?
Give me 10 seconds.
Okay, just keep talk a little quieter, only because you're spiking. You're spiking.
It's feeding back. Okay. No, JD. Let me tell you, JD. You a bitch ass bitch, man.
You a bitch-ass bitch. You sucking dick for change on the corner of your click. You a bitch-ass bitch, and watch me. Oh, buddy, I forgot the lyrics. Okay, let me hang up, but I'm gonna donate a little bit more than JD.
I don't think
just
that's
to show
possible.
you. I'm number one.
I don't think that's possible.
Oh, all it takes is 100. All right, here we go. Bye.
Bye, buddy. All right. Well, I apologize about the mic, but what I'll tell you is, seriously, I have all the settings here, and anybody else who calls in is not getting the spike. And so I can turn him down, which I did, but hopefully that was better towards the end. But I don't think he is going to be able to beat JSD, because JSD is like, look, I have arrived, I have ascended, and I'm holy shit. Well, maybe he did beat him. He says, I blew it. You did okay. We got the gist of the verse. Thank you for that, buddy. Holy shit. $100 super chat. JSD, maybe it's got to update, buddy, because JSD is still at the top of the charts by about 3,200 points. But that said, though, maybe it'll take a second. But still, that's a lot of goddamn money. Thank you for that, bud. All right, we're going to jump in now, and we are going to play. He donated 100, but before that, he donated, you donated 100, and Wiley donated 200, is what you have to understand. I mean, the math, you were busy writing lyrics while he was praying to clerics. And then you realized you couldn't hear it when he swooped in and stole your crown. Because JSD ain't playing when it comes to what he's spraying when he opens up his wallet and lays his credit card down. Listen to this. Ravnos has finally joined again the Diet Soda Soldiers. We appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so goddamn much. Again, Ravnos, I seriously would have gotten you one. I can't do it. But it is good to have you back. Welcome back to the fold, good sir. You and your crazy beard. Thank you, buddy. Okay, I am going to turn off the phone calls for the rest of the show because we're going to play a couple of rounds of Battlefield. Okay. Let me turn these off. Okay. All right. And we will jump in and play some Battlefield. I think Spaz is going to join me. Alex might join me. Da Vinci might join me. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at it, but I like it a lot. And that's really the main thing. That's really the main thing that you have to understand about me. Come on now. And then as a reminder, don't forget tonight, we will be doing Madhouse with me and Tech and maybe Bunny. I think Tech is going to check in on Bunny and see if she's feeling up for doing the show tonight. Okay, Wiley is not playing. Wiley has just dropped $100 goddamn bill. And Wiley is now sitting at the top of the fucking charts. Wiley is at the top of the charts. He is beating JSD by less than 1,000 points. This is like the election of 2000. We're going to have the Supreme Court decide this. I don't know what's going to happen. But good God Almighty. You guys are Moneybags McGee's out there. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. All right. Well, thank you so much, Wiley and Ravnos and all you guys and JSD, of course. Good God Almighty. JSD just dropped a 10 spot thinking it's going to help him. It helped him close the gap, but he's 225 points behind. But JSD, thank you so very much for all the support today. Thank you, buddy. It's very close. It's not enough, but it's very close. You goddamn right. 225 points behind. It's not bad. That's not bad. Oh my God. You guys are knuckleheads. Listen, yeah, almost there. I can at least talk, homie, says JSD. Well, that's true. I think Wiley's a little drunk today, is what I think's going on. Okay, so let me figure this out. So I think Spaz and I are already okay, Da Vinci, except I don't know who Radius Light is. My guess is probably that's Alex, maybe? Let's see. If I go up here. 14. Okay, Spaz, are we in the same party, Spazbo, or what's going on? Yeah, I'm in the party with Da Vinci, Spaz, and Spidey. Okay. So the question is, let's play... Do you guys want to play Rush, or do you want to play Conquest? And more importantly, do we want to wait for Alex, or for whoever this other person is? Anna G, if you have the game, send me a friend request. I think this next party is full, but we can bring in someone afterwards if you want. All right, we'll do Conquest. Alex, I'm not sure if you're still here, so we'll just start a Conquest battle. And Anna G, if you grab it, join us for the next one. And again, I'm rubbish at this, so you know. Da Vinci's always good at these games. Spaz is good at every game, so. No, you can force it to do breakthrough if you just click it, right? There's a little button that says breakthrough. I have found the matchmaking is taking longer today, but I bet that's because they've added new modes and they're splitting the base and everybody's trying the new mode. While we're waiting, did I watch F1, the movie? No, I really want to. Is it out yet on digital? While we're waiting, let me give you the top 10. SF is number 10. Number 9 is PG. That might be P. I don't know who that is. Number 8 is Da Vinci. Number 7 is PK99. Number 6 is Armin. Number 5 is Invader 42. Number 4, I think, is user KK4RK. I don't know who that is. Number 3 is Alex. Number 2 is JSD. 225 points behind Wiley as we go into the video. All right. Ryzen Wolf says he hates the map, the new New York City map. I don't disagree. I don't hate it, but I was expecting more from it. It's not as impressive as the maps that they gave us last week at all. But again, it's not even it's a beta. The game's not out for what, till October? But like the interiors don't have the same level of detail as the exteriors. It's kind of strange. All right, here we go, boys. Anna G, do you have this game downloaded? Okay. What are we playing? Conquest. Yeah, Matthew, you got to take time to learn how to play the map, too. That's true. You sent me a friend request. Well, yeah, but you don't send it to me on Discord though. Send it to me on EA, because I'll get your friend request on Discord, but it won't get us in the same game though.
All call signs, you are cleared to attack. Secure the OBJs and defend against any.
Now, when I die, that's when I'll talk to the chat. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I can't do both. I don't know why Spaz is just standing there. I really don't want to go anywhere without Spaz. Get in front of me, you idiot! Okay.
Be advised, objective marked. We need you supporting the attack. Objective Echo has been secured.
Yeah, what's good is, Anna, it's a real small download, too. I wish the map, the mini-map, read better.
Bravo is under enemy control.
I always lose my cone of vision in this mini-map. This is bad.
Alright, we're taking objective Charlie.
Enemy tank destroyed! Redirect fire!
Hostile attack launched on Delta. Our attack on Bravo is underway.
Grenade. God damn it.
I'm hit! Need a medic!
Be advised, we need to
No one's coming.
objective.
No one's coming to save me. There's Da Vinci.
Our forces are controlling the fight. Keep pushing.
Yeah, I know. I need to get the grenade launcher instead.
The enemy has secured Bravo. We need to rally defense on the marked objective.
Come on!
Be advised, the enemy now control more objectives. Hostiles have secured Alpha.
God damn it, Maverick. Let me change weapons here. Let me, my favorite game controller, I like the DualSense or the DualShock, whatever the PS5 one is.
Be advised, we no longer hold Echo.
Well, yeah, keyboard mouse is the best.
We're targeting objective Delta.
We are attacking objective Bravo.
Hey, god damn it.
Objective Delta has been neutralized.
Our forces control more objectives than the enemy.
Attack support needed on the marked objective. Be advised, Delta is under attack.
God damn it.
Bravo has been neutralized.
Need a medic! I'm fucking hit!
Oh my god! Motherfucker. Goddamn right I'm on. God damn it! I will say the time to kill is a little... It's not my favorite. It's a little fast. I still like it. Yeah, is David Cage, I think he feels better. Yeah, in fact, I think he wants to play next round with us. Jesus. I really need to pay attention to the goddamn radar, but am I the only one that looks at this little mini map and is like and it's just like this is like a shit mini map? The stream audio is lower than my game. What do you want me to do? You want me to turn up the stream audio? What do you mean? A lot of it is I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty the last 4 days since this game has been offline, and my head I'm back in kind of run and gun mode, and you really have to be very different when you play this game. Which I love. I think it's awesome. I think the mini map is bad because, like, look at it right now. I'm in the center of the map, but the cone of where I am, it's very difficult for me to see at a glance. Like, I just think it needs to be more opaque.
We're still ahead in the fight. Maintain your attack. Be advised, enemy attack confirmed at Echo.
Thank you, Spazbo.
Hostiles attacking objective Delta. We're attacking objective Echo.
Let's move!
attack support on the marked objective.
Oh, come on. I knew he was there. You can play fast. You have to be more aware of your angles. No, I agree. Yeah, no, it's a very different kind of game, which I love. I just got to get back in the headspace for it.
We are moving on Delta. We're still ahead in the fight. Maintain your attack. Enemy attack launched on Bravo. Enemy attack launched on Bravo. We've got the enemy out of all positions. I like it. I'm fucking hit! Be advised, marked objective under threat. Let's defend the position.
Can you lean in this game? I'm not sure.
Hostile attack launched on Delta.
Do I like using the sniper rifle? I don't mind it.
We have the edge. Let's push on and take victory.
Drag out. Fuckers on the run. Don't let up. Get cover! Here's some ammo for you. Big destroy. Way to go. Good work.
All right, we took back the objective.
All right, let me see if we can bring in, I did terrible that time. Where am I? Way down here? Yeah, I got 1 kill that time. Let me see if Anna G. If you want to send me a friend request, you can jump in with us. Let's see. This lacking Dave, and there's Alex. I'm not sure if you're in with us, David K, for the next time. I'm gonna play engineer next. The sniper, I guess it depends on the map. The map, sniper I like in the biggest map, that mountain range thing, it's pretty good. I wish you could go and mess with your guy. I mean, again, it's not finished yet, but unlike Call of Duty where you can go and fuck around with your dude in between matches, like change your loadout. My ID? I have no idea. How would I find that? Oh, okay, this Lacking Dave. Okay, I just brought you in. Cool. Open the phone. I promise I figured out the finisher. All right, why not? Hang on. Okay, hang on. Let me do it right after this next battle, and I will absolutely do it, Wiley.
Attack and target the objectives. Take ground and control it at all costs. Let's move.
No, they left without me. I don't know if I can bring in multiple callers, JSD, but I'll try.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
We can do it on the Discord easily, but not on the phone.
All right, we're taking objective Alpha.
Yeah, Marbled Rye, absolutely. Hit us up.
All right, Charlie's now under our control.
Where'd it go?
We have lost Charlie. The enemy has secured Charlie.
Oh, okay, I'll come get you in a minute, Spaz. I wasn't paying attention. Hang on.
We're attacking objective Echo.
Fuck! Medic!
We're not using a Discord room right now, Alex. Maybe if we play this weekend, we'll set up a more proper Discord room and game and everything.
I've got a visual on a hostile heavy armor bearing east.
Objective marked. We need your support in the attack.
Spaz is alive. I see him right there.
Delta is under attack.
How do you just have to get into a tank? God damn it, you fuck.
Be advised, Delta's under attack.
Stay with me!
Be advised, defensive position needed on the marked objective.
I'm trying to come get Spaz if I can. Yep. Oh, I can't fly the jets. I mean, I can try, but I'm rubbish at it. Here, I'm gonna go up here. No, I keep forgetting to edit my loadout.
I'm tracking an enemy vehicle east of your location.
There's the fight here!
Good shot.
Hostiles attacking objective Delta.
All call signs, mission is still on track. We no longer control objective Delta.
I don't like Towerborn. I've played it. It's boring. I mean, it's fine for what it is, but...
Benny's secured objective Delta.
Need attack support on the marked objective.
I have to assume also, SF, you're just playing. There's no way you're still playing Towerborn. I don't want to do support class. I like this. I'm better at this than it seems.
Hostiles are assaulting Echo.
I mean, I'm not that much better than it seems. I'm almost as bad as it seems, but I am better than this. But you know, when okay, I'm gonna ignore the chat. It's hard for me because I never like to ignore the chat, but I really should.
We are moving on objective Charlie.
We've lost Echo. Echo is being captured by
I do know how to play Metroid. Just, I didn't like that particular onboarding.
Move to attack the marked objective.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna get 5 kills with this life. And it's all gonna go in honor of the chat. Just to show you. Just to show you I know what I'm doing. Well, the next one.
Hostile attack launched on Delta.
I knew you had my back. We're moving on objective Echo. We've lost control of Delta.
The enemy has control of Echo.
Objective Delta. All right, we took back the objective.
God.
Echo has been captured by hostiles.
All the Battlefield games are on Game Pass? I don't think so. I mean, well, they might be. You mean EA Play, or you mean just straight up Game Pass?
Charlie.
We've neutralized Delta.
Maintain your attack. We no longer control Delta. Be advised, the enemy is taking Delta.
I am a Game Pass member, and I'm an Ultimate Game Pass.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
How you feeling? What? You know where she's doing? Do I ever get frustrated at a game and shut my controller? Maybe sometimes, but not a lot. Hey, thank you so much. Realski got a gifted member from JSD. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Realski. Fuck. I will say I enjoyed playing this more last weekend, but it may be just because people have gotten really good. And last weekend everybody was learning it.
Echo is being captured by hostiles.
Our forces have neutralized Echo.
Be advised, the enemy are now in control of more objectives.
Attacking objective Bravo. We're attacking objective Echo.
Hostile attack launched on Delta. Hostiles still control more objectives. Let's regroup. Marked objective under threat. Let's defend the position.
Yeah, I'm not worried about playing the game well right now, Matthew. I'm just playing. I'm not...
I've spotted a hostile helicopter in our AO.
But, you know, I'm honestly not enjoying this very much. Like I said, I enjoyed it a lot more last weekend. Like, I'm kind of bored. But that may just be I'm not in the headspace to play. You know, this is a game I have to concentrate on. And after kind of a long stream, yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me show you what's more my speed right now. I'll show you where my head wants to be right now, because believe it or not, it's not in Battlefield, although it's probably clear. I'll show you where my head wants to be right now. I'm not rage quitting. I'm bored quitting. I'm just kind of like, I'm good. I want to play this. Just want to kill some things, you know? Right. More people are playing print screen. And they've gotten better, right? Because they've had the weekend or the week, even though it's been gone, but they played last week. Now they're coming, you know. So that may have been my 1 week where I could actually kind of sort of hang. But I'm also, like I said, I'm tired. I haven't eaten anything. So I'm going to play one match of this and wrap it up and prep for tonight's show. But now the following kills go out to Da Vinci, SF, Alex, JSD, and Wiley. The top donators and the top chatters of today. These next kills, my boys, are for you. Print screen, I think it's, you know, I really do just think they're very different. I like them both a lot. Do I think Wiley's passed out by now? I don't know. He didn't sound all there, that's for sure. Maybe he's like, I'm a drinking motherfucker this week. Tech, are you still watching? If so, did we find out if Bunny's going to be with us tonight on Madhouse? Hope she feels better. Oh, she's still sick? Oh. JSD! Wait a minute. Now that's some strategery there. Waits till Wiley passes out and then swoops in with the gigantic $50 dono. Thank you so much for that, buddy. And now you have ascended to the top of the goddamn charts. Now that's a very interesting way to do it. That's like Ali and Rope-a-Dope. You just waited till your opponent got tired and passed out. Now you have jumped ahead of Wiley FTW by about 200 points. Oh, you are on the top. You made it, baby. You made it, baby. Somebody's screaming, Wiley, wake up! Wake up, Wiley! He's gonna beat you if you don't wake up. Wiley's like, what? No, Mom, I need to sleep. Wake up, you son of a bitch! Thank you, JSD. Appreciate it, bud. Oh, I guess we're playing... No, I don't want to play this game mode. No. Fuck you. I didn't ask for this. I don't want that fucking game mode. I want kill confirmed team deathmatch. That's it. That's all I want. Yeah, his parents are going to be pissed. That's right. What's the joke game mode? I really, I mean, the other game modes are fine, but I really like these two game modes. Kill confirmed and team deathmatch. Whose disaster matters? I wonder who that is. You goddamn right, Alex. Let's go. I love the Rewind is good. Yeah, they're both good maps, but I'll go Rewind just to make it, you know. Oh, David K. All right, cool. What did they add, Spaz, in the first update that you didn't like? Oh, I love this Fortnite. I mean, I love this character. Yeah, it's not as serious, but they, you know, okay, wait, what pay to win stuff did they add? I thought they added a few things and they got hammered and those went away. All right, these kills go out to the top 3, JSD, Wiley, and Alex. Here we go. I will play later, Anna. I'll stream if I play later. I don't know what my username is. I think it's Spidey_99.
MTC is live. Assume all contacts are hostile.
I'll definitely play with you a little bit later.
We need to go on. Incoming frag! Enemy. Nice! We're pulling ahead.
No, I like my field of view right where it is, guys. This has been the best.
Lost the lead. Sniper, take cover.
Whenever they put me in match with you guys are so great. The skill-based matchmaking kicks me into match with people I can't play against, so I end up looking like shit. Whatever, idiots. Idiots. Playing this game anyway. It goes against God.
We've taken control.
Are priests allowed to play games like this?
These guys.
Hostile using assault pack.
I see you. Rats are cunning. You fall behind. Weaver requesting UAV tasking. We got the lead. Now hold.
North south.
You guys just don't like anything that's popular. Anything that other people like a lot must be shit. It's like a bunch of music snobs. It's fucking Call of Duty. It's awesome. What's the problem? Thank you, Prince Green.
Enemy sniper's done.
Semtex thrown.
Frosty, yeah, this is the newest one.
You're done. Eyes on enemy. Grenade incoming. Enemy using trophy. That's a kill.
Waypoint marked.
TACOM, get a UAV in the air.
Hostile spotted!
Sniper's down, move! Long gun working. Using field upgrade. Contact front!
Come on. Titanfall 2 single player was amazing, yeah.
TACOM, launch a UAV. No medals for second place. Crush those dirtbags. Hang on. Let me call Langley. Give him the
Well, at least I wasn't last place.
We fucking
Alex,
wrapped
good
it.
job, buddy. First place. Goddamn right. There he is. Top of the charts, playing Shredder. That's a good game. Really fun. Bastard. You miss Assassin's Brotherhood multiplayer, Assassin's Creed? I kind of remember that. I played a little bit of that. I could never find many people playing games, though. No, I get it, Simon. I mean, the thing about that is, he says seeing actual chameleons in COD is why I stopped playing. I mean, yeah, it really doesn't. I think the war fantasy is obviously captured brilliantly right now with Battlefield 6. And when I'm not really playing it on the stream and I'm able to focus and hone in, it does feel very much like, you know, that fantasy of cinematic war. And I love that about that game. But I think just as a, you know, as a get in, get out, quick hit game, you know, this does its own thing and it doesn't bother me that the characters are so goofy. Yeah, the weird online modes are cool and stuff. We tried one of those in, we tried Nuke and Twisted Metal 2012, but what we found was everybody just plays team deathmatch. Unless you've got a massive player base, it almost doesn't make sense to make any other mode until you prove out if your core game is going to be a huge hit. Because those modes take forever, you know, to balance and solve problems and all that. Simon, I really haven't had I mean, I hate pay for power, and Spaz was saying there was some pay for power stuff going on in this game, but I haven't noticed it at all. And I'm very sensitive to that shit. Oh, I forgot about the Jay and Silent Bob skins because I wasn't playing for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and I missed them. I probably can still get them.
Deathmatch. Eliminate all threats.
My favorite mode is kill confirm though, because it allows me to help the team even if I'm not very good. I'm ahead of Alex, but not for very long. Also, I don't remember, it might have been Prince Green or Wallace. Somebody recommended these headphones, and it really has made a big difference. Just being able to hear where the enemies are. Yeah, we get it, Jaffe, no shit. I know. I'm just saying that it really, my other headphones did not do 3D sound all that well. Oh, it's you, Prince Green. Yeah, these have been great. Thank you for that, buddy.
Gotta move it! Semtex incoming!
This shit ain't working. We've lost the advantage.
I saw that Taco Bell has a new, but I saw it actually getting some social media presence.
We're pulling ahead.
What am I missing? I'm like, so what? It's just another flavor, right? Or is there something special about it?
Want it! Hostile KIA! Target ID!
What the shysters? I don't know what that is. I will wear singers.
Come on, you're losing this fight.
Marking target location.
Semtex! Stay alert, Black Ops. We got a mole.
Motherfucker.
Coordinates marked.
Sniper's toast. Let's move.
Starting on mover. One mark. Tally, 12. Semtex.
Semtex out.
Go, did ya?
The one thing I can't tell if he's coming up behind me or in front of me, audio-wise. I can't believe I missed the door. We almost had it.
Throwing stun.
Heads up. Hostile care package inbound. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Trophy neutralized.
TACOM, get a UAV in the air.
Target appears hostile.
We're less than 10 away. God damn it, Maverick!
Enemy, positive ID. Sniper, take cover. Throwing frag.
Crimson's in a sleeper. We trust no one.
What's that UAV gonna be in the fucking air?
Using stun. Enemy grenade. Pull your head out of your arm and grenade incoming.
MTC's in the red. It's now or never.
All right, we have 15 points. Why is that UAV in the air? Or is that a bug? Because it's hugging the screen, but I don't see it up there.
RTB, Black Ops. We need to have a fucking conversation.
That was fucking abysmal. It's over.
Yeah.
RTB.
All right. Great fucking game. Love it with all my heart and soul. So much fun. All right, fellas, that's been Gabbing and Games. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the phone calls. Thank you for the good conversation. Thank you guys for being very, very generous with your finances today. Helping us support the show means a great deal. Speaking of, here's the final. Anna G, number 10. User KK, number 9. Number 8, Good Sir Da Vinci. Number 7, Maddie DeMarco. Number 6, Spazbo. Number 5, Kevin Sal. Number 4, Invader 42. Number 3, God's Holy Man himself, Alex. Number 2, FTW, almost hanging on to that number 1 spot, but JSD said, not on my watch, you fucking son of a bitch. JSD at the top of the charts. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, fellas. Be well, be safe. Me and Tech are back tonight. Bunny might be back tonight with, we're definitely back tonight with a Madhouse at 6:30. Whether Bunny's there or not depends how she's feeling. But we will be back. We will see you soon. Thank you, guys. Bye.